Hi, and welcome to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. So, again, you know, this is something that they'll do from time to time. Woke up this morning, okay, don't want me doing videos at all, but like I said, I continue to do videos, doesn't matter what sort of subliminal message they send, who minds they hijack, they send subliminal message. I'm going to expose it, and I'm going to continue to do these videos. Woke up this morning. What they've been doing lately is because, again, since I've been able to sleep now, because I have medication to help me sleep. So when I get up, I'm not as tired. My mind is, in terms of thinking, it's a lot better. And so, you know, getting more into doing more of the videos that I like to do on the computer. Okay, again, showing you guys information, not just talking about it, right? And so they don't like that. So for the past week now, every time I go to turn on my computer, they will use the police sirens. Okay. On top of that, they've been using my sister to send me subliminal message. So she's in the kitchen in my bedroom. I'll go out into the kitchen, and I'm coming towards her. I'm walking towards her. She's sitting down, facing the hallway, and she would start to do this. And today, she started basically taking her thumb, and when she saw me, okay, press it against her hand and her wrist, sort of like this. Okay, so I can turn the phone so you guys can see. Well, I can't really do it so you guys can see. She'll take a thumb and then start again pressing it the inside of her wrist, right? And then looking down at my feet. Okay, these are the things that they have been using her to do. And again, through silent sound, hijacking of her consciousness, her mind. And then they just start sending me subliminal message. Then, whenever the word understand, meaning that because I understand the subliminal message, okay, then, I try. Well, they use the sirens, so because I understand the subliminal message, I guess they'll say, "Oh, well, we're going to arrest you or just, kill you." This stuff is, the same death threats, right? The same psychological threats. Coincidentally, I was watching a video, a documentary on the CIA MK Ultra program, right? And it talks about how, and also Project Midnight Climax, in which they were dreading people and stuff like that. Also, they were threatening people psychologically, threatening to kill their families, their kids, their wives, their parents, their loved ones. It's the same shit they do to us as TIs. So understand where all of this comes from, right? And the fact also because I've been trying to get people to understand the psychological nature of this, right? Because we as TIs, we tend to be stuck on more the technological side of it, though we don't even quite understand the technological side of it. Okay, for the most part, for a lot of us, we don't. Okay, we just know about directed energy weapons, and that's it. But we don't quite understand how it's being done. Right? We don't understand frequency range of the minds, the neurons, the complexity of the mind. Its function, the electric field that is produced within the mind through the firing of neurons, and how they are able to map the brain in terms of when neurons are firing off, right? So anything that we see, we touch, we taste, all our five senses. These are electrical signal and impulses that our mind interprets. When we touch something, the differences in surface texture, smoothness, roughness, coarseness, that sort of thing. we're able to have those feelings, right? And each of these things are, each of those is associated within our brain, right, as neurons. We look at colors, we see the differences between colors, stuff like that. Again, this is all, our brain interpreting these things, right, through how the brain is built. So when they're able to identify each of these neurons, these electrical signals, okay, they can identify not only that, but they can change, control, manipulate our minds in ways which we don't understand, which we don't think. So talk about pulse microwave frequency. Again, it is the synchronization of these signals with external sources, right, that are beamed, radio wave, microwave, that are beamed into your mind using pulse microwave, right? So we got to understand these things instead of just saying directed energy. We need to get to, even though we may not be expert at these things, but we need to know a little bit more than just directed energy weapons, right, in order to explain what's being done to us. So again, you do your research. You read Nick Begich book, right, Controlling the Human Mind. You get a better understanding. He's done decades of research. He's talked to research scientists who are working on these things. Um, all these things are documented. Okay, but again, because I know such information, they don't want me to speak about. There was a young woman on Facebook who was talking about, one of my Facebook friends was talking about stuff that was happening to her, and I gave her some information, and they did not like that. Okay, they did not like that at all. They started attacking me with the sirens as retaliation, because again, they want to keep people believing that it's some type of mental illness they have, so they can get away with it, right? So they can go home at night, lay their head down, and feel safe. That the people that they victimized, that they experimented on, will not be coming to look for them. Okay? Or people that know what's going on, and trying to stop it, will not be coming to look for them. It's just interesting how, in the documentary I was watching of MK Ultra, they talk about how none of these doctors, none of these scientists who've done some of the most horrific crimes on human beings have ever been held accountable, and they never will. And he said that. And even to this day, we think about it, right? For example, look at Facebook. Who knows what kind of damage Facebook have done to people's mind when they were running their psychological programming? Not also that, but teenagers. They were also running psychological experimentation on teenagers, right? And yet, Facebook did not even pay a fine. Mark Zuckerberg went to Congress, lied, and that was it. Why? Because if you look at the CEOs, the CFOs, the technical people at Facebook, the vast majority of them came from the security agencies, the CIA, the NSA, also from law enforcement, so the FBI, and they are the unofficial branches of those agencies, government agencies, that are embedded in Facebook and other platforms also. All right, so again, we have to understand and they're going with the sirens. We have to understand who we are dealing with, how they operate, in order to expose them in a way that is, in a way in which that they cannot try to explain away the crime that they've committed against us and continue to get away with it. Because the reason why they continue to get away with it, because the public is not knowledgeable. We've been dumbed down. Right? we just accept things that is being fed to us by those who have no interest in seeing us do better, be better, but they just want to control us, oppress, brutalize, murder, do whatever, and continue to get away with it. All right, with that being said, I'll speak to you guys in the next video.